Have you ever finished a walk doing what you've always been told is the best exercise for your health and still felt like your legs were dragging behind you? That heavy, tired sensation that settles deep into your calves and ankles. That dull ache that makes you wonder why something so healthy feels so hard. Sometimes it feels as if your body is working overtime just to stay upright, as if every step requires more effort than it used to. If you've ever experienced that feeling, you're not alone. And even more importantly, it is not your fault. For decades, we've been told that walking is the gold standard of healthy aging. Walk more, they say, and everything will take care of itself. And while walking is certainly beneficial, there's a hidden truth that most people are never told. Walking alone does not activate every muscle your body needs to stay strong, balanced, and energized as you age. In fact, there is one critical muscle deep in your lower leg that walking barely touches. Scientists now call it your body's second heart, and when this muscle becomes inactive, which happens naturally for many people after the age of 60, simple daily activities can begin to feel far more difficult than they should. When this muscle goes quiet, circulation slows. Blood and fluid begin to pool in the lower legs and ankles. Swelling becomes more noticeable by the afternoon. Balance starts to feel less reliable. Energy drains faster, even when you haven't done very much. You may find yourself hesitating before standing up, reaching for support more often, or feeling unsure on uneven ground. Many people assume this is just what aging looks like. But what if it isn't decline at all? What if it's simply a system in your body that has gone dormant, waiting to be reactivated? The good news is this powerful internal engine hasn't disappeared. It hasn't worn out. It's just been under-used. And today, you're going to learn how to gently and safely wake it back up using 3 simple movements you can do right at home. You won't need equipment. You won't need a gym. You won't need to push through pain or exhaustion. All you need is a few quiet minutes, a little patience, and the willingness to move with intention. Each movement builds on the one before it, and by the time you reach the end, you may notice something subtle but meaningful. Your legs feel lighter, your stance feels steadier, and your body feels more connected from the ground up. Before we begin, take a moment to acknowledge yourself for being here. Choosing to move, to learn, and to care for your body at this stage of life is powerful. If you'd like, share your name and where you're watching from in the comments. You're not doing this alone. Many people first notice a problem in the quiet moments of the day, sitting for a while and then standing up, feeling stiff or unsteady, looking down at swollen ankles in the afternoon, feeling tired in the legs even though the rest of the body feels fine. These are often signs that the soleus muscle, the deep muscle in your lower leg, is no longer doing its full job. This muscle sits underneath the larger calf muscle and works tirelessly behind the scenes. Every time it contracts, it helps push blood upward from your legs back toward your heart. That's why scientists refer to it as the second heart. It plays a crucial role in circulation, endurance, and balance. As we age, this muscle tends to become inactive not because it's weak, but because modern movement patterns don't demand much from it. Sitting more, moving less, and relying on walking alone means it rarely gets the signal to fully engage. That's why the first movement begins in a chair. Sitting tall with your feet flat on the floor, you gently press the balls of your feet down and slowly lift your heels. The movement is small and controlled. There's no rush. Holding briefly at the top and lowering with intention allows the soleus to activate without strain. This gentle action sends a clear message to your nervous system that this muscle is needed again. With regular practice, many people begin to notice changes that go beyond strength. Legs feel less heavy by the end of the day. Ankles appear less swollen. Standing up feels smoother. There's a renewed sense of grounding, as if your feet are more connected to the floor beneath you. These are signs that circulation is improving and that your body is remembering how to support itself. Once this muscle is awake, the next step is teaching it how to work against gravity. There is a moment every day that reveals a great deal about balance and strength, the moment you stand up. That brief transition from sitting to standing requires coordination, muscle engagement, and trust in your legs. If that trust has faded, it often shows up as hesitation or reliance on furniture for support. By standing near a sturdy surface and slowly lifting and lowering your heels, you begin retraining that trust. This movement does more than strengthen muscles. It retrains the communication between your feet, ankles, knees, and brain. Each slow rise and controlled descent improves proprioception, your body's ability to sense where it is in space. This awareness is essential for balance and fall prevention. Over time, this simple practice can make standing feel more automatic and less cautious, restoring confidence in everyday movements like walking, reaching, and turning. The final movement goes even deeper into your body's stability system. Most falls don't occur during big, dramatic actions. They happen during small, ordinary moments, standing on one leg to put on a shoe, stepping onto a curb, shifting weight unexpectedly. These moments rely heavily on the deep soleus muscle. By standing on one leg with a slight bend in the knee and lifting the heel slowly, you isolate this deep stabilizer. The bent knee removes assistance from the larger calf muscle and forces the soleus to do its true job, keeping you upright and steady over time. This muscle is built for endurance. It doesn't tire easily. It supports posture, joint alignment, and balance without drawing attention to itself. For many older adults, it hasn't failed. It's simply been forgotten. This slow, deliberate movement reminds your nervous system that the muscle is still there and still capable. With practice, movements that once felt uncertain can begin to feel controlled and confident again. What you've done by practicing these movements is more than exercise. You've reconnected with a foundational system in your body, one that supports circulation, balance, posture, and independence. This is not about chasing youth or pushing limits. It's about reclaiming what already belongs to you. Strength doesn't vanish with age. It changes form, and when you learn how to access it wisely, it can support you for years to come. The 3 exercises in this routine work together to activate the lower leg muscles that support circulation, balance, and daily movement. The seated heel raise is the foundation. By lifting and lowering the heels while seated, you gently activate the deep soleus muscle without placing stress on the joints. This movement improves blood flow from the legs back toward the heart, helping reduce swelling, heaviness, and fatigue. It is ideal for warming up the legs and establishing a strong mind-muscle connection, especially for those who spend a lot of time sitting. The standing calf raise builds on this activation by adding body weight and balance. When performed slowly while holding a chair or counter for support, it strengthens the calves, ankles, and feet while training the nervous system to respond to changes in posture. This exercise improves stability during everyday actions like standing, walking, and reaching, and helps the body feel more confident against gravity. The bent, knee single, leg calf raise targets the deepest stabilizing muscle of the lower leg. The slight knee bend shifts the work to the soleus, which is essential for balance and fall prevention. Together, these exercises create a simple, safe system that supports strength, circulation, and independence. As we come to the end of this session, take a quiet moment to notice how your body feels right now. Maybe your legs feel warmer, lighter, or more grounded than when you started. Maybe you feel a little steadier standing where you are. Or maybe the change is subtle, just a sense of awareness in your feet and lower legs that wasn't there before. Whatever you're noticing, know that it matters. These small signals are your body responding, reconnecting, and remembering what it's capable of. What you practiced today wasn't about pushing harder or doing more. It was about doing the right things in the right way at the right pace for your body. So often, we're taught that exercise has to be intense to be effective. But real lasting strength, especially as we age, comes from consistency, intention, and understanding how the body truly works. By focusing on these simple movements, you activated muscles that support your circulation, your balance, and your independence every single day. It's easy to believe that feeling unsteady, heavy, or tired in the legs is just part of getting older. Many people quietly accept it, assuming there's nothing they can do. But today, you proved that assumption wrong. You didn't need a gym, fancy equipment, or complicated routines. You used your own body, your own awareness, and a few minutes of focused movement. That's powerful. And more importantly, it's sustainable. If you make these exercises a regular part of your routine, even once or twice a day, you're giving your body a consistent reminder to stay engaged. Over time, those reminders add up. Standing up feels smoother. Walking feels more confident. Balance becomes less of a concern and more of a natural response. These changes don't happen overnight, but they happen steadily, quietly, and reliably when you show up for yourself. Remember, progress doesn't always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it shows up as fewer moments of hesitation. Sometimes it's less swelling by the end of the day. Sometimes it's the simple realization that you're moving through your home with more ease. These are real victories, and they deserve to be recognized. Be patient with your body. It has supported you for decades, and it responds best to care, not pressure. As you go about your day, carry this awareness with you. Notice how your feet connect with the ground when you walk. Notice how your legs support you when you stand. These are not small things, they are the foundation of independence. Every time you practice these movements, you're reinforcing that foundation and strengthening the systems that keep you upright, mobile, and confident. If you found this video helpful, I invite you to stay connected. Like the video, share it with someone who might benefit, and consider subscribing so you don't miss future sessions designed to support strength, balance, and healthy aging. This channel is about realistic, safe movement that meets you where you are and helps you move forward with confidence. And if you felt something shift today, even slightly, let us know in the comments. Write second heart activated and be proud of yourself for taking this step. You're part of a growing community of people who believe aging doesn't mean giving up strength. It means learning how to use it wisely. Thank yourself for showing up today. Keep moving with intention. Keep choosing stability over fear and progress over perfection. Your body is still capable of supporting you in meaningful ways, and every small effort you make is an investment in your freedom. Until next time, stay steady, stay strong, and remember, you're not losing power. You're learning how to use it differently.